Okay, an alternate way to play that is just on one string here, and that's on the D string. That's easier on the right hand. On the left hand it's a little bit more difficult because you have to move your hand around a little bit more. This playing it this way here in the first position, your hand is just in one position, so it's easier for your left hand, but it's a little bit more difficult for your right hand, or left hand if you're left-handed. Okay, you notice when I'm playing this part here, I'm alternate picking there. So that means downward sweep, upward sweep, downward sweep, upward sweep. And I maintain that rule even when I switch strings. And I think on this part here there's probably only one a little bit more difficult part, and that's from the G string here to the D string there. It's an upward sweep on the G string, and then it's a downward sweep on the D string. So you have to go up and then go down here, because when you're playing really fast you don't have enough time to just do downward strokes. So I like to maintain the upward downward sweep and keep it like that. If you want to, you can play this on one string here. Which is easier on the right hand, but it's a little bit more difficult on the left hand because your left hand is moving around more. But I don't know, for some reason I like to play it where my hand is in the first position there. And on that part, I do start on the downward sweep. There's probably nothing wrong with starting with the upward sweep. You can try it out, maybe work with that for like 15-20 minutes, and see if that works out for you. I think it's a bit of a compromise either way. Okay, regarding on how you should hold the right hand, I've seen so many guitarists, they seem to have their own way of doing it. I don't know, for some reason, like when I'm picking in a rapid succession like that, I like to keep my fingers in, and I like to keep this part of my hand, and I have that resting on the bridge, right behind the bridge. So, I've seen other guitarists, and I do too sometimes. You just keep another way of doing it is you keep your baby finger and your ring finger, and you just kind of rest it on the pick guard here on the guitar. That's another way of doing it. Either way, I think you just have to experiment with it. Regarding a pick, I'm using a 0.6. The recording I did when I performed this song here, I was using a 1.0 millimeter pick. So I change around. Sometimes I use a 1 millimeter, and then sometimes I'll switch back to 0.6, which is what I'm using right now. I suggest trying that yourself. In fact, try a 1.0, and then when I say try it, I mean use it for 2 weeks. Practice with it for 2 weeks, and see how it works for you. And then I think it will help you gain control, and then when you switch back to a little bit lighter pick, thinner, like a 0.6, it might be a little bit easier that way. I think a 0.5 is probably a little bit too thin, because I don't think it will flex back in time, because when you're picking really fast like that in a rapid succession. 0.6 seems like about the thinnest that I can use when playing this way. That's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.